Welcome back to ANZ Combined Racing League. Round 5 at Zolder for race 2, the feature race with the mandatory pit stop. We're currently into qualifying. We've got 6.5 minutes remaining of the 15-minute qualifying. Currently watching Tim and Jack subbing Commander Cirrus in that P51 Sim Sports Schubert BMW M6. Currently third in the timesheets, only less than half a second off the pole sitter of Night Havoc. 2 Porsches, 1 and 2. Commander Jim in second after coming home second in that sprint race, trailing his teammate Night Havoc by 12 points in the championship. So very important for him to try and finish in front. He's already got half of it done by finishing in front of his teammate in that first feature race, coming home second over Night Havoc in 5th. So there's a 6 points difference towards the round. So the points that they get for each race in the round don't go towards the championship. It's based on the end result. But the higher the points they get between the 2 races, obviously gives them the round victory. So just looking here at the pole. Oh, actually Whopper's just put it on pole with a 32.724. The pace is there with the cooler weather at 6 p.m. here in game. And the track is fully gripped up and electric at the moment. We're wondering if we could see the open drivers into the 32s, and we've just seen that by Whopper. But Night Havoc currently now still in second, so he'll be sharing the front row with Whopper, as we've got Tim and Jack there in the BMW riding the fence, and he's back in the pit lane. Beastang's already got a grid penalty. We're still waiting for Kemi, Beastang and Quick Mick to set a time. Only 4.5 minutes remaining. Time's running out for these guys. It's Quick Mick just gets his time in now with a 34.8. Blue Falcon, the man of the moment, finishing third in the Renault in 7th. Best result from him. But I say man of the moment would have to be Whopper, actually just clicking his heels, and off he went in race 1. Will he be able to do the same thing here for race 2? Currently, he actually had a provisional pole for race 1, but had a grid penalty. So dropped him to second, which gave Tim and Jack the pole. It's looking nice with the sun setting here over in Belgium at this Zolder circuit. Rich history, host of Formula 1 Grand Prix, endurance championship races, touring car races. It's had everything. It's even had a European NASCAR race here as well back in the day. Now they've got ANZ Combined Racing League with their GT3 cars here on Project Cars 2 on the Xbox. If you're an Australian, New Zealand sim racer and still enjoying the Project Cars 2 game on the Xbox, be sure to come and join us and have a look us over on our website at aus-nzcrl.weebly.com, and you'll find our rich history. We've been running since 2016 back in the original game, Project Cars 1, and currently just holding on to Project Cars 2. And fingers crossed we can see Project Cars 4, whatever they may call the next instalment. Who knows? But at the moment, we're still having plenty of fun here on Project Cars 2. We've got, this is the penultimate round. We've got obviously the Bathurst 1000 coming up as well at the end of October. So if you're interested in the V8 supercars, be sure to come over to our website and have a look at that. Entries are still open, so that's for the Saturday the 30th with a race on Sunday the 31st over 4 sessions. Teamed event, so you must have a second driver, a minimum of 1 session. So the sessions are 3 40-lap races, sessions, and then the final one a 41-lap race to finish off 161 laps. All run on Sunday the 31st, so we've got qualifying, top 10 shootout, or practice, everything, all on the Saturday, the day before. And then the big day, Sunday the 31st, so we'll get the blood boiling before the real event later in the year in December. And then straight after that, we have got our final series, the Formula C series, starting on the 6th of November. And then if you still like a little bit of endurance racing, we have a side series with 2 more rounds remaining of the LMPH and GT3 endurance series. They've got the penultimate round at Silverstone on the Saturday, the 13th of November. So that's 24-hour simulated time for that race. And then we've got Saturday, the 11th of December, which will finish our racing for 2021 at Barcelona at the Catalan 6 hours. So unfortunately our screen's going a little bit silly at the moment. I haven't got Darky on board with me at the moment. He's dealing with a few things. Oh, Nürburgring, here he is, the wildcard entry. Obviously some of the people would be known that he's in the Pro League, but look at him here in the big Bentley. He's in a number 88, but he's not in the same 88 as GT3 Gaming. So it's a nice looking Bentley actually. Nice looking colour, and currently he's standing 6th in this car, so he hasn't had much to do with it. He's obviously drives the Audi R8, the Team WRT number 1 in the Pro Division. And he missed race 1 tonight, got fouled on the Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, where we were an hour in front of ourselves, or an hour back I should say. In front, some people still stayed back in Queensland. So hopefully he gets his time right for tomorrow night, because he's still in contention there in the for a 3rd position in the Pro standings. Currently 4th in the championship. Only he's 15 points behind Dark Racing 40, who's starting his run though, taking out round victory last week at Fuji. So we've got B-Stang on the side there. And what's this man? He finished 3rd in that first race. Currently 9th. Commander Jim's got in front of his teammate, so he's really putting that pressure on Night Havoc. He really understands that this is his make or break round, as we said earlier in race 1. He's 12 points off the lead of the championship. He gets a 5-point difference. If he can get the round win, he gets 35 points to 30 points for 2nd. And that's not even guaranteed to either Night Havoc or Commander Jim as we see. But Night Havoc now is leapfrogging his teammate into 2nd. So the qualifying is heating up here at the very end. And there we have it. We have Whopper on pole position. This time no grid penalty. He'll be happy with that. Night Havoc 2nd. Commander Jim 3rd in the virtual team drivers Porsches. Gear 3 Gaming in that 88 Absolute Bentley in 4th. Tim and Jack subbing in the P51 Schubert Sim Sports BMW in 5th. Blue Falcon NVIDIA Renault in 6th. Matty Seeking changed from the what was in the Aston Martin, now is into the Z4, the BMW, the Demon Tweaks. Look at that, he's in high vis tonight. Nürburgring 88 Bentley in the, I'm not too sure what the actual livery of that one is, but it is a sensational looking livery. Kemi, 2nd of the NVIDIA Renaults, and then in 10th Quick Mick in the 152 Bisimoto Acura NSX, and then B-Stang right down at the back of the grid. That's a little bit unfamiliar for him. I thought that he'd be a lot higher up, but here we go. Night is upon us here at Zolder for the feature race. They must have a mandatory pit stop. There's no minimum requirements for fuel or tyres. But somewhere in that 45 minutes they must pit, stop in their bay, and then get released, and off they go. So it does open up the opportunity for early damage cars to pit early, get that damage repaired, and then go back out and do their own times. We've seen both these Porsches work that perfectly last week at Fuji, where they got a little bit of, I don't know if it was a bit of damage, but they pitted very early and came away with 1-2 for round end of round results. So definitely an option to do the undercut very easily for an early pit stop, as the tyres will last the 45 minutes. There's no problems there, as long as the drivers have enough fuel to the end. At Whopper, can he make it 2 from 2 here tonight at Zolder? He's going to have his a lot harder challenge here with those two Porsches. They were in unfamiliar territory for race 1, as Darky mentioned in race 1. They don't normally see them mid-pack. They were around about 6th and 8th, I think they qualified. So now they're actually on the front pointy end. So all being well, they should get out there very nice. But we've also got that Bentley of GT3 gaming and the muscle of that car, and the BMW, the two biggest cars probably on the grid right there in 4th and 5th. So a big welcome back, I think, to maybe Dark Racing 40.
Yes, I'm back with my little homework, you could call it.
Okay, so I believe your audio's ticked, so we should be all good to go.
So let's see what it looks like from the drives we'll be seeing here into. See how dark it actually is now.
Yeah, getting dark a bit. Nice clear skies as well, but they got those lights that light up here around this area, light up the run to turn 5, the clean chicane. Very important that they don't miss their brake markers here. As you see the 100-metre ball, that's pretty much where they're aiming for. I guess some of them dive a bit deeper if they can get a nice run through here. The cars get very light up here over the top of the rise here into turn 6, where they need to really make sure that they can really hug it to the left here to set themselves up for turn 7, the Gilles Villeneuve chicane. This is where some people got a little bit undone. It sort of dips down in the road, the two apex of the chicane, which unsettles the car a little bit. It's uncommon for a chicane where you dip down more than having a rise up over the curbs. There are crevices.
So as you can see, there's only 2 cars in the whole field that have yellow headlights. That does make visibility a fraction bit harder than the other guys.
Yeah, so what's that, the BMW, and which is the other one? The Ferrari, I believe, has an orange light. Was that right? Yellow light?
The BMW and the Ferrari, yes.
Ferrari, okay. Actually, there should be another, we've got Nürburger as well.
No, he's a white.
Nürburger's in the, Nürburger's not in, he's in the Bentley.
Yeah, sorry, in the background they have the lit up grill. So here we go. So Whopper's gone to the left-hand side.
Yeah, and remember, they don't go at the green, guys. We just hear the green now, so they hold formation until the leader decides to go, and it looks like Whopper's looking to get this race early. He's holding up, actually. No, here he goes. Nice little jump, but let's make sure these Porsches don't trip amongst themselves. They're battling for championship, but also they are teammates, as that's little Z4 amongst the big field in the middle here. Tim and Jack in 4th, around the outside of Night Havoc, but no, it's going to be a long way around. You don't think you can get around there, Darky?
No, you can't.
Can't mistake these Bentleys with that green grille. They look fantastic here in the night. Oh, quick Mick! Headlights gone early on.
Yeah, here they come. Flames bells in the planet, bouncing at the curves.
Porsches, here they go, the race is on, down up into the Gilles Villeneuve chicane. Who's going to blink first? It looks like it may be Night Havoc.
Jim's still on there a second.
Yeah, so Night Havoc backed out of that, probably wise. They're already standing a gap here, but look who's in 4th position. The wildcard entry of Matty Seekin in the Z4. And Kemi putting on a lot of pressure on his teammate Blue Falcon. Blue Falcon's letting him in, but make sure that he doesn't get tangled up by a quick charging Nürburger.
Jim and Night Havoc going at it. So Night Havoc really wants to get ahead of Jim in this race with the main points to score. That's what leads lap 1.
Yeah, he needs to really try, and he can afford to be one position. Matty Seekins in already, so he's trying the early pit stop. He's got no damage, so he's trying the undercut, get out of the... it's funny that he actually pitted though, Darky, because he was actually fourth, running on his own.
Yeah, but now he's the clear track off the leads because everyone's going around the first complex of corners.
Yeah, but I thought he would have had a clear track. He was about 3 seconds behind Night Havoc, and he only had a couple of cars behind him, but they weren't right on him. But anyway, that's a decision that he's made early. But Nürburgring, doesn't his car look fantastic on track?
That's it.
The nice silver livery of that Bentley.
But Tim and the beam is all the way down to 10th now, as Matty's now coming out pit lane now, eventually.
Yeah, so we've missed what happened to Tim and Jack, but a quick Mick, obviously we saw him in the Acura on his own accord, just lose the rear end of the car and into the barriers.
Oh, Cammy just touching the dirt there, crazy there.
He's looking very feisty here now, Cammy. Maybe he was setting himself up for the feature race more than the sprint race, but he's looking good if he can keep it on track here tonight. Finished last in the sprint race, but here he is now, currently 5th, just behind Gear.
Porsche's still going at it. I think it's the next training cars lead by getting Bentley, the two Renaults and another Bentley and the Ferrari B thing. As not having picked up the time, buddy.
Yeah, the Bentleys look like it struggled for the final chicane, the Jackie Eakes final chicane there.
Cammy's got a
you
bit
can
of
see
run
the
on him.
brake
Let's see if he
lights.
can make him around the outside.
Brave move, but if you can, you've got the inside for the next two right-hand corners, and it looks like Darky, he's got that one sorted.
And he has,
And look out for, he's opened it up for Blue Falcon. Look at the team NVIDIA Renaults working together. Gear 3 Gaming dropped 2 positions with the 2 Renaults coming on through.
So now the 2 Renaults and the 2 Bentleys together. He swings back in. Oh, you've got to be careful of that curve there. Oh, Lucas that might have a sneaks past him as well.
Here comes Beastang in that Ferrari. Jesus, an angry pack again. This
lifting wheels from the
midfield.
Bentley of 9 having Nürburgring there.
Oh, we've just lost Quick Mick. He's gone for the night. Unfortunate for Quick Mick. After showing so much promise in the race 1, where he was second for a long period of that time of that race, or third I think he was, until he spun late in the race.
Was that someone? Oh, that was.
Oh no! Who's that? Is that
Cammy,
Blue
that is
Falcon?
Cammy.
Oh no, that's Kemi.
And he's lost his rear wings, but he's going to pit now.
Mate, I tell you what, Kemi's lost more rear wings than anyone else in this championship.
Yeah.
I think there was one race there, he lost about 3 of them in one race.
That's it,
So,
yeah. The rear wing got plucked off from the other Renault of Blue Falcon.
yeah, no, Gear 3 Game Mates were going for the pits. I think maybe he was going in the pits, I don't know, or if he got his brake marker wrong. But
Well, it's hard to come in pit lane because you want to come in way faster than the cars in front of you. So you really need to communicate to the guys around you. Say, hey, I'm pitting here. So you can get them to...
Oh, here comes Kemi in as well.
So let's have a look at Matty now. So he's the first of the pit stoppers. So he's coming down the short straight to the front straight here in Z4.
Yeah, final chicane.
Two Porsche going at it. Whopper's out, but 2 second lead of these guys here. So here comes Matty down the front straight. He's got Cammy and Gear's out of pit lane already. But it's a race to the pit lane exit here.
Yeah, it's a long exit, isn't it, though?
And there goes Matty. So Matty snagged Gear as well. And there goes Gear, just pops out right now.
So that worked out well for Matty. But here we go, Blue Falcon dodged that spinning car in front of him of his teammate, and he's now finds himself in 4th, but he's bringing Beastang with him. Beastang looks like he's got plenty of pace to burn. He was basically a second faster than Blue Falcon the previous lap. Early on at the moment this race, though, Darky, but Commander Jim has got Night Havoc exactly where he wants him, and also Night Havoc, as he said earlier, has already got a time penalty. But when just in saying that, Whopper, it looks like he's having a disconnect moment.
No, he's back in front now. Just a bit of a lag spot.
Lag spike from Whopper. Geez, doesn't his Licorice also thought the car looked good at night too with the colours there.
That's it.
On the right hand side, but that was lucky by Whopper that he didn't get disconnected. I think he's had a moment.
No,
That'd
be the lag spot. So his car looks.
Whoop, bang.
Bang, more lag spot.
So this is a big moment now. So hopefully that's not going to cause havoc to most of the guys. It looks like
Oh,
Whopper.
and we just lost someone, and we just dropped down the car, then down to 9.
Yeah, so Whopper's still going, but wonder who just got disconnected then. Maddie, it looks like, has been dropped out.
Oh, no. So we lost the Z4 of Maddie.
So
as I was
that could have been playing havoc with everything there.
So as I was going to say,
Whopper.
the reason why Whopper's car looks like it's all banged up is because it's, as you can clearly see there on the screen there, it's kind of lagging a bit here. But it's not actually there, it's actually further up the road, but the game's struggling with something's going on here for him. There he goes. But that's why his car looks so damaged, but it actually isn't damaged because his car has skidded into the wall.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So there's some little technical problems going on in the game there with that thing with Whopper. So hopefully that hasn't ruined or making it hard for some of these drivers out here on this tonight.
And speaking of the man of cheese, the cheese is here.
Everyone's car's stopped, except mine.
Yeah, okay, so you got disconnected, just been thrown, but we've also had a little moments with Whopper as well. His car's jumping around everywhere, and so we're not too sure if we're going to see a dropout from Whopper at any time soon or not.
Yeah, because it's running it again now.
The lobby's a little buggy, but what can you do? It's project cars.
That's it. It is an old game, unfortunately. So
Formula X because I had no noise. So it's probably sign one disconnecting.
So we'll try and get back into this here at the moment. We've got Blue Falcon obviously holding fourth, a long way down, 15 seconds behind.
No, Blue Falcon's in fifth now. Night B-Sang's got ahead of him.
B-Sang. Yeah, B-Sang just made that move on him, so...
And
we see the Ferrari now try and charge off.
A little bit damage on Blue Falcon's Renault, and the bumper looks a little bit... not right. Looks like there's a few little
that being the tag that he did with his teammate where he took the wing off, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say that bit. Oh, Blue Falcon runs wide there.
Not too sure if Whopper's lag has actually caused the disconnection from Matty, but it is definitely terrible at the moment by Whopper.
Well, I think actually Jim is actually in the lead. Oh, this could be a sign of...
It's hard to tell.
We'll get off Whopper. This could be a sign of Whopper disconnecting.
Yeah, he's having big moments here at the moment. He's actually having to look sideways at his screen, Whopper, as well, because he's got a modified setup at the moment, and his room's not big enough to have the screen, or he hasn't got a screen in front of his sim, so he's got to a table to the left of him.
So he's constantly looking to the left.
I think he's actually had a moment, so maybe the lagging that he's having, the semi-disconnects, is causing him to have a moment.
Still lagging like there's no tomorrow, unless he has had a moment, but it is atrocious that we get off him. So he's Nürburgring now, Bentley. 8 seconds behind his teammate, Gia. So we will just not go on to board Whopper, and we'll see if he jumps back into position. But if not, that actually must mean he's had an incident. He's now going to the game down in third now, and that means Jim's now taking over the lead.
Yeah, he's jumping all around the time though with his time, so who knows where he's meant to be.
No, I think he has had a moment now because he's a lot cleaner, and I think he has fallen down to third.
Yeah, so he
maybe should have got the move done. We don't know where, how, or when.
Come in for that pit stop.
No, he hasn't pit stop.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's an instant too. There's some damage to the front of his car, so never expect.
Yeah, I can explain that one. So I lagged out going through the long right-hander, and I was in a wall and then in the middle of the circuit as this PowerPoint slideshow, and gear got me.
No.
Yeah,
Gears, yep, so Gears pitted. Oh, who's that in the back? That is probably Cammy running way off in the background there. So let's have a look at the beamer of Tim and Jack in 6th now. Everyone's going to spread it a bit out now.
Yeah, it's not as intense as what it was in that first race, that's for sure, Darky, but you know what happens in these longer endurance races. They always seem to throw up a few things just at the last 5 minutes or so. So stick with us. We've got 33 minutes remaining. Still a few pit stops to be had, and obviously drivers start getting fatigued out. They've already had their first race of the 20 minutes race. They've been sitting in their sim rigs for around about over an hour and a half. So yeah,
and knowing
the
that
moon up in the sky there, that looks
moon's
beautiful.
Also, driving out at night time, you get different reference points, and it's a little bit harder to drive at the pace that you were earlier on. So we're going to do a lap here with the BMW of Tim Jack. Just struggling to get the car pitched in a bit there.
Yeah, he's sort of in the 38, so he's having a little bit of moments, as is maybe you might have alluded to, Darky, where he's missing his braking points in the dark. It's a little bit different reference points from the daylight. The shadows as well puts you off a little bit. He might be stargazing at the same time as well.
So this is where the one you should drive in a car with the yellow headlight. If your brake marker's on the road, the cars with the white headlights, you can actually pick it up with the yellow headlights, sort of tend to make it blur and you can't quite see it. So those headlights we just went past at your left, that would be the disconnector, probably Matty there. We're down to 8. Did we just lose someone else then?
Yeah, Whopper's gone.
Oh, so we haven't officially lost the Whopper. So the McLaren has had the sound of knock knock, who's there, bottom end. So we've lost the McLaren of Whopper. So now Jim leads Night Havoc. Night Havoc goes flying over those curves there. Over the hill, down to the next chicane.
Remember what lap Matty disconnected roughly? Lap 5?
Well, it would be like lap 3.
Lap
Something like that, yeah.
3 or 4?
I hit it lap 1, and then I think it was 2 laps.
The Porsche of Commander Jim's out in front with Night Havoc in second. We're down to 8 cars now, unfortunately.
Yeah, these endurance races, they dropped down, but we got Whopper, I think, just joining into the party. If we had some network issues or the game buggy, because I tell you what, your car was everywhere on our screens.
Yeah, I think so, unfortunately.
Whoa!
Internet said no more for tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, no worries. Unfortunate, mate. You actually had a very quick car here tonight, Whopper. Blitzed it in the first
And we've
race.
just lost Cammy as well then.
And Cammy's gone as well. So
so he's had the dreadful sound of knock knock, who's there, bottom end. So that Renault's detonated his motor. He's gone.
Yeah, unfortunate. So so Cammy's gone as well. So we're looking at B-Stand, currently 3rd in that Ferrari.
Struggled race 1, but he's doing well in this race. Just needs to keep doing the laps he's doing. He's 2 seconds slower than the leaders, but if he can keep that pace up, there's a Blue Falcon now decides to pit in his Renault. Because just before you had the sound of we've detonated the motor in the other Renault, better come in, so we'll top you up with some oil.
Yeah.
So here he comes in.
Some of the good French oil.
Yep. Some creme brulee elf oil.
That's it.
There he goes, hits the marks.
And his Tim
Here
and
comes
Jack
the beam
comes on
of Tim
through.
Jack.
And Tim and Jack already pitted, hadn't he? So that's for a position, I think. Or is he not pitted? Not too
No,
sure.
I don't think he's pitted. Gear, we know his Gear. I think Gear is the first of the pitted people now. So this is a long stop. So he's getting some repairs here now. Oh, and Night Havoc's had an issue here. He's dropped a mountain of time, so he's had a spin somewhere. He's 11 seconds back now.
So this is a...
That takes the pressure off Jim now.
Definitely, it sure does. And this is a big championship
And Gear 3,
turnaround.
in Gear 3 game, he's got past Blue Falcon now. Pits, he just gets out of pit lane now. We'll stick with Night Havoc here, see how much time he's actually dropped due to that lap.
But I tell you what, that's not giving Commander Jim any favours with these disconnects, because he really needed Whopper to be in there, because the more that the positions, the more people in between him and Night Havoc,
Yeah,
the bigger difference in the points he could have gained. Okay, unlucky there, Kemi, but maybe next week, Muddy. But good run in there. You're up there in that Renault until a little mistake in front of your teammate. But well done, mate. And we're just watching here, G3 Gaming chasing down the other Bentley in front of him. We've got 7 runners still at the moment. And we'll see what Gear can do. I think Nürburger pitted as well, Darky.
No, he hasn't.
He hasn't, so Nürburger's had some troubles that we've missed as well. It's way back
No,
behind.
Nürburg did pit, actually. He has pit. Yeah, I believe so. Because Gear got out ahead of him, so.
So again,
So
the Porsches are just absolutely blitzing it here in front. But as I was alluding to, Commander Jim looks like how it stands, Night Havoc will probably finish second for the round, and with Commander Jim, winning the round with Night Havoc second. But there was a possibility that Night Havoc may have finished third, and that would have really brought the championship alive into the final round, where there would have been a difference of only 5 points. But at the current rate we're looking at, there's Commander Jim.
He had a spin. He's still got time. He needs to not get overexcited.
Yeah, as we do, 27 minutes remain, so we can't start counting our chickens here at all, because Commander Jim just needs to try and stay in front of his teammate. He can afford to actually be one position behind Night Havoc and still take out the round victory. But it's going to make it a 7-point difference coming into the final round. So if he could have made that 7-point difference tonight, it would have made it a lot more interesting at Imola, but it's going to make it a little bit harder for Commander Jim at Imola. But he needs to keep this car on the track, Darky.
That's it. Here's Tim Jack in their BMW, 51 seconds behind. These guys have just struggled a little bit in this race now. Watch him coming to the front straight now. So, B-Stang's kind of in no man's land right now. He's sort of just doing his own thing now, which is kind of good for himself. So Tim's had another bad lap there of a 1 minute 45, so he's probably another spin somewhere. Dropped even more time.
But with the dropout also of, sorry Darky, but the dropout of Whopper and Matty Seeking, and also Gold Kemi, but B-Stang may see himself finish this round as high as 4th.
That's it. So it just proves sometimes luck needs to go away, but you just keep pounding out the laps. Does it have to be fast? Well, he was actually quicker than Night Havoc the previous lap. He's in the 138.
Yeah.
As Jim does his 141 from his spin there.
But
if he keeps that up, he's not going to catch the leaders, but he's not really going to be caught by Tim Jack right now. We'll see. So.
Well, that's exactly right. But also, that as a driver, as we're all fully aware, when you're watching a car that's behind you slowly eat away a second or half a second each lap, you start, just trying to maintain that gap if you can. But you can start making a few little mistakes because it just puts you off a little bit. So that's where you've got to isolate yourself, and that's where the racecraft comes in. Just being able to handle that little bit of pressure.
That's it.
But, talking about just consistency, Darky, that seems to be how you've found yourself really fighting for the championship in the Pro Division still. You've had some bit of a rough start in both of the sprint races, but...
A rough start is an understatement.
The feature races you do really well, and obviously that's double points for the feature race, so if you can really bag your second race, you can null and void sort of a semi-bad result in the first race and come away with a good round point score.
You have to kind of see the first race as it's just a bonus. It's all bonus. It's just to sort of help you set yourself up, but the main race is the main goal. You've got to sort of focus on. Like, you can have a bad sprint race, that's okay, but just keep going and get the whatever points you can get, but then you set yourself up for the main race. That's where you get most of your points.
That's exactly right, and that's why obviously some of these disconnects help these drivers to gain a few more extra valuable positions.
That's it. And Blue Falcon's slowly starting to catch up here to GT3 Gaming. It's cooking by about a second and a bit. Second, like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 seconds faster than him. So Blue Falcon's going to get to gear, but then the question is how's he going to get faster, and you watch him smash over those curves.
Yeah, the little
two Porsches are both in the 34s, and everyone else is in the 35s, 36s now.
These little Renault RS01s, they can be a love-hate relationship car, but when you get used to it, it can be a very fast car. It's obviously got, I think it's believed seven gears in that car.
Yep, 7 gears.
To the standard 6.
Yep, you only car with 7 gears in this field. We're on board Nürburg, the silver and yellow Bentley. Makes his way to the final chicane.
Yeah, very throaty Bentley of Nürburger. A little bit different to his Audi R8 that he'll be racing tomorrow night.
That's it, yeah. Twin turbo V8.
Beast of a machine.
That's it. See what you can get down the front straight. Here's his teammate Gear as Blue Falcon's just starting to catch him now.
So this is really the battle, isn't it, Darky? Right here for the last position.
This is the mid-race battle right now. It's the British versus the French, so it's a completely hate relationship here.
Yeah, definitely. He just seems to struggle through turn 4 there. He just doesn't seem to have the car rotating like most of the other cars.
Oh, he's trying to make a move in the outside. Doesn't quite pull off. Oh, Dutch getting around, he goes.
You can tell the strength of the Bentley just pushed aside the car of Blue Falcon.
That's it. That was kind of a hard spot to make that move, as because you really need to either be super in front of the other guy or be ultra competitive. So now what he's saying, he makes his pit stop and he's rolling.
Yeah, and he should
So keep an eye on him.
pop out. It was a long drag around, but Tim and Jack still has not been seen in the top end of the screen there. So he's got a chance of maybe coming out in front.
The key thing also with pit lane is because that wall, if you're not careful and hit that wall on the way out, you just picked up damage. You've probably just fixed up. So you can hear the beamer coming. Here comes a fray out of pit lane.
Oh,
So there's the beam in the background. It was easily ahead of Tim Jack. So this is... So B-Sang's holding, he's going to hold down third. Really comfortably here. Here's the beam of Tim Jack.
So I didn't actually have a look at see the times that B-Stang was doing before he pitted. So what were they a little bit faster than Tim and Jack?
35, 36s is what he was doing.
Yeah, Tim and Jack with a bad lap that last one of 39. So
That's it. It's just struggling to be here. Man, Jim just struggling too. He's dropping off the pace because he's caught the Renault.
could have been pushing too, Tim and Jack, knowing that B-Stang was in the pits as well, trying to see if he can try and leapfrog him, and maybe caught himself out in that last lap, obviously, with that 39.
That's it. So here we go. Porsche leads with the Renault Blue Falcon. He's down lap, and there's the other Porsche of Night Havoc. This is what Command Jim would like to see. The car between them right now, but it looks like Blue Falcon's just going to get off the floor and get out of the way.
Yeah,
As he
she's
does
done.
that way, and let Night Havoc go through.
Nice little section of the circuit here up over the hill, and then into, as we said, turn 7, the Gilles Villeneuve chicane. Up around turn 8, it can be a little bit tricky sometimes if you don't get your car turned in as well. So some cars can find it running wide.
This is the slowest corner track here.
Yeah.
Down to 80, 90 kilometres, and then you get a mash on the throttle. That little chicane, it's not really chicane. You can't make a move there. Brake deep here, but you can't go too deep. You need to set yourself up to get a good run out of this corner here.
Yeah, it's very vital that they get a good run and you don't push too wide there, Darky. You lose a ton of time. You need the car to flow through this turn 1, 2, don't you?
That's it, that's it. You can see the windmills and you can see the moon there up ahead to the right now. So into this, what? No, it's not one say tricky, but underestimate turn 2 there. You think you can go in sometimes deeper, or you think you carry a bit more speed and you just wash out and just cost you. This one here, you have to be a bit more conservative in what you think, because you don't really want to touch the curves to upset your car, but you don't want to run the car wide.
Yeah, that sand's ready to catch you.
That's it, and then down out here. Brake up at the 100 metre board or just past it, depending on your car, hard on the brakes, get down to second gear. Try and clip that first curve, try and clip that second curve and launch the power out. Car gets light over the hill here now. Some cars might want to lift right, you sort of want to keep it tight, hard on the brakes here. This is a crucial corner. The car sort of drops into that curve there, and then you've got to get in the power. A bit of a dip there, and then just keep the foot flat planted here and turn the car in and have it stick through here. Don't let the car run wide. Another rise on the track here. And back down to the slowest hairpin of the circuit now.
Yeah, turn 9 of this 11 turn circuit. This is Night Havoc. They've both got time penalties, so the race is on still between these two teammates. Will they pit at the same time?
Oof. Oof. 6 seconds for Commander Jim, 3 seconds for Night Havoc. So Commander Jim has to pull out a 3-second lead over Night Havoc here.
Yeah, that's just to
So
win
that can be...
this race, but in the way that the points will fall, Commander Jim, even if he falls behind his teammate Night Havoc, he will still take away the round victory, as Tim and Jack has had a moment out of turn 1.
There he is there. So he's now down a lap.
So unfortunately we've had 4
And
cars
that's,
drop out.
and that's promoted.
tonight.
And that's promoted the 2 Bentley of Nürburgring and Gear now. So Gear's on the verge of going a lap down here too, because not too far behind him.
Yeah,
He was Commander Jim now.
Yeah, but they got to still pit too, so you know, should keep on the same lap after the race, I would imagine.
That's it. But you don't really want to go down a lap, even if it's you know,
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
pit stop cycles.
Yeah, it's soul destroying really for your morale.
That's it. So the 2 Porsches down into the 34s, not having half a second faster. To go up with the rise here.
Yeah, look, it's unfortunate that we missed Whopper in this race. He got disconnected on lap 9, definitely charging. He was in 33s, out in front as well. So the Porsches are doing well though. They're taking all their lucky cards out in front.
That's it. As Gear pushes it onto the final corner, scooted through and just nicks the dirt here. Night Havoc's closing up on Commander Jim here. As you said, it's really Jim's round to lose. He might lose the race, and here comes Tim Jack. As he pits now for his pit stop. So that's going to be really painful. He's at the back of the field now, lap down, and now he's taking his mandatory pit stop. You almost could see potentially him lose another lap here.
Actually, in saying that, Darky, I was wrong. If Night Havoc actually wins this race in front of Commander Jim, he will actually take the round victory, because there's an 8-point difference between the allocations for race 2 from first to second, and he's only got a 6-point difference at the moment, Commander Jim over Night Havoc. So it's so basically Commander Jim needs to win this race, but if Whopper was still running around in front, it could have been around the other way, where Night Havoc could have been in front of Commander Jim, but because you get so much more for winning the race compared to second and third, he really needs to be in front.
So if that's the case, that potentially puts Night Havoc as the potential champion, which means that at the final rounds he doesn't have to do anything spectacular. He just has to just be there, like a position or 2 behind Commander Jim,
Yeah, that's
and he
it.
will take the championship out. So this is really Night Havoc's chance to just put one hand on the championship trophy right now.
Yeah, so that 3-second
game.
difference in the penalties, Darky, is definitely going to hamper Commander's Jim run here. And as you said, it'll give Night Havoc a 17-point lead into the final championship round at Imola next week. And as we said, there's only a 5 points difference between first and second.
Yeah. So watching Jim's car come through turn 1 there compared to Night Havoc, it's not really seems to be flowing as nicely as Night Havoc's. He's able to let the car drift out quite wide. Seems to put it where he wants to go. So Gear's struggling for that corner quite badly.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the turning, does he? The rotation, I should say. He has a turn, but he just doesn't rotate.
I think it has a turn, but I think it's the over-rotation he's trying to potentially stop.
Yeah, right.
Because he just smashes over the curves there, and is he going to get a throttle? Yes, he does. He lets the 2 Porsches go through to continue on their battle.
So it's really been a championship of the Porsches in this open division. There's been some exciting racing, and we've still got 13 minutes remaining, over 13 minutes remaining of this race, so I'm sure we're going to still see quite a little bit of action between these 2 teammates.
That's it. And here's someone starting to close up on someone else. Nürburg's starting to close up on the Ferrari B-Stang.
Yeah, nice run
He's
by
only
Nürburger.
2.5 seconds behind B-Stang. So maybe Beastang's potential third is coming in doubt now, but I'm pretty sure Nürburg. I don't remember if he's pitted or not.
Yeah, I thought he had. So Beastang's already pitted. Nürburgring, I'm sure, pitted.
Oh,
somewhere.
and here comes Jim, and Jim's pitting now, so he's pulled the trigger.
And it's very important they get that car in.
That
and on the
seemed to take a while
pit
for
limiter.
not having to get past Jim in pit lane. There's I wonder if something happened to Nürburg just then before he pitted.
Not too sure, but that was a quick stop. That was just a no repair, no nothing needed for Commander Jim. He's kept his car nice and clean.
That's it. Clean the windscreen and get out.
And
So I'll show you what the
off
pit
the
lane
limiter.
exit is. You can see this long wall here. You don't want to come in too hard and hit that wall here, but you've got to push through here as much as you can. Then you've got to be careful because the pit lane blend line here, just about to see, right there, you don't want to
cross
cut it.
that, yeah. And you don't want to hit that curve
Jim.
too as you come out, which Commander Jim actually did that exit perfectly.
Jim's come out of pits really close by Nivy. 23 seconds here, so Night Havoc has an issue. So Jim's decided to pull the pin because Night Havoc should have been at least 34 seconds up the road. So he's had an incident somewhere. Yeah, because look at his lap time was a 41.2, same as Jim. So
Yeah, okay, so you
This
picked
is
that
good.
early, Darky, so well done there.
So Jim's now inherits a box seat here when Night Havoc has to pit. So he'll jump in, but then hopefully the gap is big enough to give him the time penalty the advantage. So let's see, when is Night Havoc going to pit here? So he's going to keep going. So Night Havoc has to pull the gap as much as he can now.
Yeah, he may just
Over
want
Commander
to keep running with having Gear 3 Gaming in front of him.
Yeah, but they can cost you here. If gear's a bit slower, it costs him up a few spots here. That will slow him up a bit.
Yeah, I just thought just for a bit of reference as well, just to keep him
That's
knowing where he's at and just help him push on. Maybe he'll come in next lap if he gets close to Gear.
So here comes the Ferrari of Beastang getting hunted down by Nürburg.
He's having
a
a
Bentley.
very good race, Beastang. Final spot of the podium here tonight. And as I said,
He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything fancy. He's just doing what he needs to be done.
yeah,
He's just doing his laps. His lap times aren't as quick as the front leads, not as quick as some of the other people in this lobby right now.
but just consistent.
But he's doing the laps.
Yep.
Not making the mistakes. Like he
exactly.
doesn't have a time penalty either. He's just keeping on the track, not doing anything, silly. Just running the car around, and right now he sits, in third. Not comfortably, but he's in third. He's made his pit stop. So now he can run to the end with 10 minutes remaining. He's getting hunted down by Nürburg, who's been quicker than him, but he has had a few little instances.
Yeah, but you got to give it to Nürburgring as well. Jumping from his Audi into here, had 15-minute qualifying before this race, and that's it. Trying to set up that car.
That's it. The other way you can also tell how Night Havoc again issue because Gear's back in front of him again. So that's the other way.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
remember these two Porsches passing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now
that's
he has to do
right.
it all over again. So let's see how slow. He's back in the 33s. Oh, Gear loses it right in front of him. Tokyo drifts, it rips the handbrake. Look at me, kiddies. I'm fully sick and hectic. But Gear does a reverse entry into turn 1 now, turns the car around and gets going. And that's allowed Blue Falcon to make the move on him. Oh, and Nürburg's got a fast Beastang.
Well, there you go. Take the screen off a minute, and we miss a few things. But
That's it.
Beastang's obviously,
So-
as he said, he's lost a bit of time too to Nürburgring, so that's
Yeah,
obviously
7
been a
seconds.
spin.
So he's had a half spin somewhere.
After we're just talking up how he's so consistent, and it's actually been this lap too, because the last lap he did was a 35. So we'll find out now. Very
So
shortly.
this will be a 10-second drop. He's at, so it'll be about 41.
Yeah, so we're just asking because Commander Jim won in our league before in ANZCRL Combined Racing League. I think he's won.
Yeah, he's won a race.
He hasn't run in this actual series, but I think he's
No.
won a race in maybe in the V8 supercars or when we did one of those endurance races, I think, in a different tier.
So he's not
A
having
different lobby.
the final chicane. So he's Beastang. Yeah, Beastang's struggling. So I think he might have tagged the ball. He's think he's just struggling maybe with confidence. Yeah, 53. Ouch. Yeah, so he's dropped a amount of time here. The car's not looking completely settled right now. You see how much quicker Night Havoc is on him. Sometimes you just need a lap or two just to get yourself settled again.
Well, that's it. Yeah. Ty.
Car looks alright. I think it's just
Yeah,
it's just a bit off for him right now. So
I don't
wait
think
and
he's
see.
had a war or anything like that. I think he's just had a spin somewhere. Maybe missed out, came out wide one of these corners.
That's it. So it's just upset him a bit. So he's just has to get back into his room. So here comes Night Havoc past him.
So we should be seeing Night Havoc pit very shortly. As you've got 7.5 minutes remaining, he's still got to have that mandatory stop, but we will see Commander Jim come out in front and pretty much take command of this race, and also the round wind being taken out this race. So that's a good challenge to the championship going into the final round.
That's it. So Jim was faster on the previous lap, 34 to Night Havoc's 35. So there's Nürburgring in the Bentley. And there is Tim and Jack.
Nürburgring will be happy coming out here for a Saturday night run in the Bentley and find himself on the podium.
That's it.
Hopefully he'll be hoping that he can replicate a podium tomorrow night in the Pro League. Where's Tim and Jack?
That is a beamer off in the dirt.
Turn one.
Doing some rallycross.
That's Night Havoc.
And here comes.
He comes.
Night Havoc's in pit lane now.
We should see Commander Jim come on through very shortly, probably in the background. Oh, here he comes into the chicane.
So he stopped, and now he's rolling. Where is Jim? So Jim's coming down the front straight.
Yeah, nice and easy. Night Havoc still on the pit limiter, trying to get out of the pit exit.
He's just past him now. He's right close to the pit exit now. So
there
you can see him through the guards.
Yeah, nice shot.
So Jim needs to go. So Jim's not going to have as big as a lead as he would have liked.
Well, he'll have a little bit because, as we know, he's got to slow down the round coming out of that exit, as we know, to not hit that blend line.
5 seconds, so...
We may just want to check those penalties to make sure that no one else in the meantime, since the last time, they haven't changed that 3 seconds difference. No, that hasn't.
6-3 still.
So, race is on.
So right now, Jim, he's got that 3 second buffer that he needed. But so if he can keep it to that buffer, it'll give him the victory.
Yeah, I tell you what though, Night Havoc, knowing, as you said earlier, Darky, if he wins this, he's going to take out pretty much the championship. It's going to be hard for Commander Jim to even do anything in the final round.
That's it. So yeah, so something's happened to B-Stang here, because look at his lap times. He's almost in the 140 here, so he's at it. So I reckon he might have slightly clouded the wall. He's dealing with a bit of damage now, because Gears got past him now.
Well, yeah, Blue Falcon got him too, so he's going to be the... well, maybe not the grips of Tim, because Tim and Jack's had quite a few spins, but...
Yeah, Tim and Jack shouldn't get him with under 5 minutes remaining. Let's see what lap time he does this time around. See, another 50 here. So they had another incident again.
Yeah.
Well, the car's just upset, and he's doing one after the other.
We just want to keep an eye and just see what these times at Night Havoc do. On the top of your left-hand screen, you can see their previous lap time. So Night Havoc's in-lap was a 40, his out-lap there was a 2:02, so keep an eye to see what he does the next lap, because if he can start bridging that gap, he only has to be within 3 seconds of Commander Jim, and he'll take victory here tonight, second race, and take the round victory. And pretty much, as we were saying, Darky, the championship, unless things go really wrong for him at Imola next week.
That's it.
But we won't start talking about that, because we have seen things happen in the past. So
anything can still happen, but this gives Night Havoc the best opportunity to claim the GT3 Open Championship here for ANZCRL Combined Racing League.
Yeah, he came out in an objective. He really wanted to try and take out
Oh, who was that? That was Tim. He's had another issue. His car's been fast, but he's just struggling. Oh, he pulls out of the way to make sure that he doesn't get in the way of the Porsche. So he's been quick, got pole for the first race. He's been there, but he's just struggled with the Beamer.
Sorry, I keep my controller keeps turning off. I haven't got it plugged in, so I keep disconnecting every now and then with the controller.
Night Out had a terrible lap that time. Oh, that's because he's out lap. He's dropped a little bit more time to Jim.
Yeah, he came out roughly 5.5 seconds or so, the difference, so he's sort of managing it, but we just want to see what his next lap is. 34.1 by Commander Jim. He's upped the pace a little bit.
So,
and he was a little bit faster than his teammate.
About 2 laps remaining. This battle continues on. Can Gear get ahead of B-Stang? Can B-Stang keep ahead of the Bentley as Gear nicks the dirt there, flicks a bit of rubbish onto the track for the cars behind him. As you can see, the Porsche of Commander Jim. Into the chicane, flames belch out of the Bentley. Hits one curb, smashes over the other.
Gear wants to go out on a little bit of a, probably a smile on his dial. This is his last race of this season, as he won't be able to make it next week.
Deep on the brakes.
But even though it's for a 5th position, he'll be still happy if he can make this position and go out on a little bit of a good note. But he's not doing that. It's not going to help.
He keeps his foot buried into it. Good boy.
That's the only way. It's the Aussie way. Just keep your foot into it.
That's it. It's like he didn't tag the wall.
Oh, he's very lucky. That wall can come up fairly quick when you're out there on the grass. So it looks like Commander Jim has got the BMW.
In the pro lobby is, I'm pretty sure he's had to have pitted. Because normally Nürburgring tends to take his pit stops right at the end now.
Well, look, if he hasn't pitted, I'll tell you what, Blue Falcon will be loving it because though there's a big gap between, there's not that big a gap, but Blue Falcon would actually pick up another 3rd position if Nürburgring hadn't pitted, but I'm sure he had.
So we'll see at the end here. We'll just wait and see. So here's Commander Jim starting his final lap now. So if Nürburgring hasn't pitted now, this is the lap he has to do it for himself.
He's had a good race though. He's kept it clean, and he didn't want to ruffle anyone's feathers as he was a wildcard entry here in the Open Division.
This gear's closing on the back of the Ferrari again. They're going to have 2 more laps to do, these two.
Oh, geez,
that's where Gear's extremely strong today. He just that Bentley just clouts over the curves.
Yeah, it sure is.
He overbraked himself here last time. He's looking down the inside. He's sending it. He's absolutely sending it.
Oh, aggressive
and he rubs a bit
move.
of door handle, but here comes B-Stang.
B-Stang's up.
Gets it back again.
Yeah, he's up to it. Nice racing here at the very end.
Can Gear keep on the track this time now? He does. Oh, look at this. He's all over him.
They just need to stay in front of this Porsche so they can get one more lap in.
I think they will.
And for the race...
I think if I was Jim, I would not be wanting to get involved in these two guys. I'll let them go.
Yeah, and for the race, we want to see these guys go at it again as we see Gear 3 game is so strong through the chicanes. And he's got the outside of B-Stang. B-Stang's given him the position. As we've just had another dropout by someone. Right at the end, it's Tim and Jack.
It is too, but here comes Not Having, and he gets the victory. Here comes Nürburgring, but unfortunately the gap's too big.
Yeah, and he's pulled it, so there you go. So Commander Jim will take the round victory and bring the championship. 7 points difference. Go to Imola for the final round. But Nürburgring, what a race he's had. Just kept it clean, as we were saying. He hasn't been getting into any battles, and looking like he's going to finish here in 3rd. So he's obviously, did he do his pit stop? We were a bit too, we actually can't remember if we actually even saw it on the screen during the coverage. But
probably early on.
We just said that Nürburgring pitted before Matty disconnected. So after all that excitement that was happening with the disconnects and with whoppers going everywhere, we missed him coming into the pits. But there you go.
2 teammates doing their formation finish as they've done most times.
Yeah, the virtual drivers in the Porsches been untouchable. Whopper's the only one that's given it to him.
And Highlander.
And Highlander, Bathurst, that's right, the wildcard entry.
And here comes Nürburgring in the Bentley to take home 3rd.
Actually, I did mention Highlander as a wildcard, but he wasn't a wildcard. He was actually driving the BMW for the...
And here comes Blue Falcon, which should be the... No, we're waiting on...
position. This battle between Gear and B-Stang. But B-Stang's... Maybe he's low on fuel, Darky.
No. I think he's just struggling with the car now. So Gear's going to come home in 50th for his final race of the GT3 series, unable to race in the final series.
Yeah, nice
Here
one.
comes
by Gear.
B-Stank. He was doing so well and it just fell apart at the end there. And that is it. So congratulations to Commander Jim winning and taking round victory in the Porsche. Night Havoc coming home in second. Well done to Nürburg in the Bentley. Blue Falcon in the Renault, also finishing in fourth. GT3 Gaming could have been a bit better, finishes in fifth. And B-Stang, the race that was his to finish third, unfortunately it all fell apart there at the end.
Yeah, but for the
Comes home in sixth.
with the round results too, we're going to have those. We're going to have Commander Jim first, Night Havoc in second, and Blue Falcon in that Renault has picked up its first podium round result in third position. So well done to the NVIDIA team Renault of Blue Falcon.
That's it.
Sensational job there. So I'm sure that may give him a little bit more to go for the final round as well. Finally finding some form in that Renault, both him and Kemi. So we've been your host, Woody Lizard and Dark Racing 40 for ANZ Combined Racing League. Hope you've enjoyed tonight. If you have, please make sure that you come by and check us out tomorrow night. We're still trying to obviously get some live streamers organised for the Pro Division race. So yeah, hopefully that all happens from 7:30 tomorrow night. So hopefully we can see you on your screens or devices tomorrow night. Until then, be safe and we'll be sure to catch you very shortly.
Bye.